What's up? Today I bought the cheapest metal looking guitar from Amazon. And usually I stay away from videos like this because, you know, a lot of YouTubers make these type of videos. And I'm not really that interested. I mean, and when there's other YouTubers doing the thing, I mean, why would I need to do it, basically? But with, you know, inflation, tariffs, the world is changing and all that, I think this has become more and more important. It's become more and more expensive to purchase a guitar, so I feel that this might work. This might work. So I did purchase the cheapest, mind you, metal-looking guitar from Amazon Europe. Amazon Europe, okay? So it might not be the most metal-looking and least expensive guitar in the North America, for instance. But in Europe, this was the guitar that was the cheapest to me. It was like $170, and I purposely stayed away from the absolute cheapest stuff. And this is a metal channel, so let's do a metal guitar, right? And it didn't arrive like this. It came in an even bigger box, probably one of the biggest boxes I've seen in my entire life. I figured we would unbox it right here. There's pics, ready to help. And from this angle, the box looks broken. There's no way we can know if it is really broken or not until we'll... Oh my God, okay, what's that? Let's open it up, see what it's... Okay. Ooh. The headstock part look like it's taken a hit. That's okay. Oh, there's even a cable with it. That's so nice. Oh, and a whammy bar too. What? Hell yeah, man, it's a Floyd Rose. And some tools. Okay, that's cool. We have this. Rock tile. Let's go. Vad är det för skit som ramlar, va? Vad är det för skit som ramlar? Ah, what is it? Okay, okay. Well, would you take a look at that? There it is right there. Take a look. It's like a Warlock style guitar right there. Rock tile, let's go. So it's a Warlock but with like a regular normal headstock on it, inline headstock. That's the back side right there. There's absolutely no markings whatsoever of where this thing has been made. They might have marked it here on the heel or on the end of the neck, but my guess is that something like this, its origin is from China or India. So, okay, let's put on that little whammy bar right there. Oh, it's a screw-on. Okay, there you go. What the? Now that is incredibly interesting. Okay, now this is incredibly interesting. I don't know if you can see this. There's a whammy bar, right? But I can't actually do anything. The fuck, man? That's fucking great. Holy shit. I mean, the thing is that this is a guitar for 174 euros. I mean, the finish is not half bad. It's got little spots here and there. It's not fully polished everywhere. But you know, this looks fine. This looks fine. It's gonna be interesting hearing those humbuckers later. Okay, here's the fretboard. There you go, rock tile, baby. So here it is. It's the Rock Tile Warhead MG3008. It was 1,789 Swedish crowns, which equates to around 170 euros. It says that the material is basswood, and it's actually saying that the fretboard is rosewood. But it's the driest looking rosewood I've ever seen, I think. Nickel frets, humbucker, not really much more info. It has a fair bunch of 5-star reviews. I don't know if these are bots or not, but, you know, I'm still open for business, you guys. Well, let's just see what happens. I feel now as I'm holding the guitar in my hands that the fret ends are a little sharp, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. See if I have a strap, Ernie Ball strap. It's tuned to like drop E flat or something. That's very slacked strings right there. Okay. Let's start by tuning to whatever it's closest to. That's E right there, lowest E. Actually, the G string was quite close. It was at least like, you know, a couple of half steps away. Let's just do drop D, man. Okay. Oh, you know what? It was just stuck there. Dude, it's working. We got it working, guys. It was just stuck. All right, let's try out that whammy bar, man. Hell yeah. Right, I got this Warhead rock tile guitar connected to my audio interface. I'm recording this, and this is the bridge pickup. I mean, that's a very genty sounding pickup. I wonder when they made this guitar, like, let's make it genty, because it has a metal look, and it's almost, you know, somewhat sounds like a single coil, even though it's a humbucker. It's not terrible. The back of the neck is sorta, it has a lot of friction to it. It's like it's not been polished enough. It has a lot of rough spots on it, but other than that, I mean, just the fact that it's 170 euros. Anyone can chug on this, man. Neck pickup. Okay, dime bag. It's the tremolo is pretty stiff, but it gets the job done. But you can't do the flutter thing. Because the tremolo will hit back. I mean, basically what happens when you utilize the tremolo, when you raise the bar and just drop it, it will just hit flat against the surface of the body. So if you do this, it will just hit the body really hard, which definitely will leave a mark. Yes, it left a mark right there, damn it. Okay. So just be a little careful. If you don't want to damage the body, or you maybe can put a little bit of cloth underneath, but it's really tight against there, man. I mean, there's a hole in the block, but the cavity is just a little too small. Because this is sort of like a beginner guitar, I understand why they do this. It's going to be easier to tune because, you know, the bridge will stop at the body. So I completely understand why they would do something like this. If you're an advanced player, obviously this is not gonna work. But if you just want something quick and fast and something to you know, fiddle around with, I mean, I don't see this as being a problem. You just got to lower the expectations a little bit that this is not gonna, you know, make you pull off all the dime bag shit. You know, I'll see. I wonder if I can make it float. Anyways, you know, actually do a proper setup with this. Because, I mean, at least I think this guitar deserves a setup. They just designed it like this. So it's like, you can set it up. It's just not gonna, it's not gonna go, you can't level it beneath the body because it's gonna lean on the body. And that's okay. That's okay. For this type of guitar, that's okay. Yo. Oh yeah.
Oh, you're so fast. You're so fast. You're so fast. Oh, no, believe me. You're so fast. You're so fast. You're so fast. You're so fast. Watch the door.
All right, good little break right there with the dog. Let me get a screwdriver. All right, I'm gonna ease off the tension here a little bit. Because the screws, I don't know if you can see this, but the adjustment screws, they're tightened all the way in, as you can see right there. So I'm just gonna ease off on those a little bit. And since I adjusted the back screws right there, I have to up-tune the tuning again to meet the difference in tension. So we'll see where we end up. And as you can understand why the bridge was so tight before was because of those screws being screwed in all the way in. Now as I've loosened up the screws, it's way easier to work the tremolo bar. But we can still ease off on the thing because it's just still sitting very heavy against the body. You can also remove a spring if you want, but I'm going to start by setting these screws like it would look on a normal guitar before I would try to tamper with removing or changing the angle of the springs and shit like that. That's also why I thought this tremolo was fixed to the body, because it was so freaking tight because of the screws being, you know, all the way in. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but right now, the bridge with the body actually has wiggle room backwards, which means that it has a little bit of balance right there. Before it was sitting right against the top like this. Now it's a little bit more, it has wiggle room. So it means that it's well balanced now for the tuning and the tension. Let's see if it holds tuning better or worse. And with that little small setup thing I did right there, you know, it basically made the guitar perform way better. I mean, other than that little thing right there with the setup, out of the box, I think it's fair, man. It's fair. You just have to tune it, set that little thing right there. I feel like the neck needs a little bit of an adjustment, but it's still not that bad, to be honest. I mean, if you think that this is for a beginner, and if you will get a guitar like this from Amazon or something like that, something cheap, I would probably take the extra $50 and go to a guitar store to have it properly set up by a guitar guy. Do the truss rod adjustments and all that. Do the back spring adjustment, and maybe a little bit of lubrication of this dry ass rosewood right there, and even do some polishing of the back of the neck, because it is fairly rough right here. But other than that, I think if you can just make a good setup like that on a guitar like this, I do think it's sort of worth it if you want a metal-looking guitar. I mean, the pickups, what can you expect at this point? As long as it's making a chug, which you can do, even though it's out of tune, I think it's perfectly fine. So This is the fucking rock towel from Amazon. I'll put a link to this in the description of this video. Cheap guitars like this, they exist all over the world and every store basically. And why we're seeing so many of them, I think that just shows the state of the world right now, where, you know, it's things are getting more expensive. So, you know, these guitars, they need to become better and cheaper, basically. So there you go. Cheap guitar from Amazon, Rocktal Warhead right there. Not too shabby. I mean, this could be a good modding project. You put a bunch of cool pickups on there, do a setup, it's probably fine. Okay, so there it is. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you. Also, if you're wondering what I'm doing with guitars like this that I buy for my channel, is I will give them away to a local school here, probably my daughter's school or something like that, so they have, you know, guitars to use in their music classes. Obviously, I'm going to make a proper setup before I give this to them. But just if you're wondering, oh, what happens with the guitars? Well,